we go to investigate to see what's going on with Kim Jong-un. Okay, I just wanted to say, I wanted to go back and watch the reading that I had this morning on Kim Jong-un. And what's interesting was the first card that was pulled, Underworld. I had no idea that he's ill or whatever's going on with him. But that would fit, Underworld. And the bluff, okay? So I want to listen to the rest of this, but just the Underworld and the bluff, it could be that he is in a vegetative state, so he's not dead yet. But he's, they're bluffing and gaining time, before they release anything. That could be as well. But let me hear what I got there for that reading, because I never remember, 2 minutes after they're done. So let me see what we have. But the Underworld, guess which direction he's going? And the Underworld one does have to do with the death and stuff as well. And I think the cards that were pulled with that was that he pretty much wanted to follow his own way, and we've got the child, and what was the other one that came with that? Well, I'll have to wait and see. Watch the reading again and see what it was. The child. Yeah, the child. With inspiration. The Underworld, and we've got Crossroads coming along with the bluff. And with Harmony, Clouds. Okay. Not coming. Okay, so we had, again, Crossroads and the bluff. And so it could be the Crossroads, again, that he is in a vegetative state. And they're bluffing, they're not letting out the information. Rumors are speculating, but it could be true that he is in a vegetative state and that he hasn't died yet, but he's really not fully alive either. So let me see what the rest of this reading was. So well for there. And last but not least, we pull out the big guns. Okay. Let's see. Kim Jong-un, what's going on with this? What is going on with Kim Jong-un? What is going on with Kim Jong-un? Justice. Oh. Now that's interesting. That was on the first one. The Underworld and Justice and Child, and, he wanted to do his own way. So it could be his karmic due is coming due. That could be what that is. Underworld and the Justice and those other things. He always wanted to do his own way. He had, his younger brother killed? Okay, had his younger brother killed, and the child one there could also be new beginnings and stuff. So he is perhaps on his way to the Underworld, segue Underworld. Okay, nobody gets out of their karma. He had a number of, family members killed, a purge, so he is going to reap his just rewards. Justice is coming for those people. Karma, what do they say? Karma's a bitch, So let's see what was the rest of the reading, and we'll see if we can maybe kind of decipher this and see how far off I am with this. A victory
and strength.
So I'm trying to see. Oh,
so let's look at our first one. We have underworld. We have independence. You know, he's always the large and in charge. Okay. But at this moment, we've got child. Now, I don't know if he's got children or not, but let me see. 13. Let me look this up real quick on child. I am not a good reader on these.
Think this is the new
beginning,
endeavor.
New things, trust. Okay. So I would say it would be more on that order. Beginnings, new things, trust, independent, inspiration.
And I like the trust one. People can trust that he's going to get his just rewards and his karma. Okay. He is going to hell realms. So let's continue on with this.
And we've got justice, and we've got the underworld.
Yeah, justice,
okay.
Karma.
So he is trusting that things are going to go okay. We've got, again, the inspiration, independence. He's kind of like Trump. He doesn't listen to advisors too well. And we've got justice against the underworld. So
in this case, I would have to say it really was indicating more of karma. Karma is coming up to meet him. So I think I have misinterpreted that, but let's see what the rest of the reading reveals or doesn't reveal, as the case may be.
Doing our investigative reporting here.
What happened? That one went back. Let's see if we can get to where we
And
were.
last but not least, we pull out the big guns.
Okay, so we're going to there. Was the justice card now? I think this
we have underworld. We have independence. You know, he's always the large and in charge. Okay. But at this moment, we've got
he
created
now. His own karma.
I don't know if he's got children or not, but
and we have the justice.
Let me see. 13. Let me look this up real quick on child.
So that was the beginning of that. So let's see. Let's go to the next one.
Trusting that things are going to go okay.
Things didn't go
sort of a thing, and he is looking.
Again, karma is coming up to meet him. So
we've got the bluff.
The bluff.
And we've got a victory. So
I would say on this one, this is the one with vulnerability, crossroads, bluff, and victory. So I think that they were able to bluff their way through for a while. On what's happening with him. He could be in a vegetative state, or it could be that he has already passed and they're bluffing and trying to get things set up before they let the news out that he has died. So, crosswords, vulnerability. They would be feeling vulnerable if he has died. Insurgents there going on. So they're scrambling behind the scenes to try to put something in place before they release it that he has passed.
Whatever type of bluff, I think maybe in the crosswords roads and vulnerability. I think this is going to, vulnerability, crossroads. He'll either have a victory or...
I misinterpreted that one. It said they were either going to have a victory or he was not going to come out of it as well as they thought, which could actually be that way, that he has had the operation and now he's brain dead. So that would be the other one, the bluff.
Or a bluff, saying he's got a victory, but he doesn't. So whatever's going on with him and his health, and it's got something that's going to affect his air, his breathing. We've got harmony, and we've got strength. So trying to bring things together, but crossing that is the...
Okay, so the harmony, the strength of the breathing, they probably tried to bring him around. Usually you go brain dead when you have a lack of oxygen. So that would be the breathing. I'm sure that they did all they could in harmony, trying to bring him back. But the cloud of that covering that, and that he had that breathing thing, the lack of oxygen will cause one to have the brain dead. Yeah. So, I mean, I think the cards were right. My interpretation of them was not the best. Okay. So I'm going to listen to the rest of this and see how much I screwed up on it. Oh.
It's not going to go as well. It appears as he wants it to go. Okay?
I would say not. It didn't go as well as they wanted it to. He's passing. He's brain dead at this point, sounds like.
I think he's going to have some medical issues. And again, he's going to want to make it seem that he's much better than he is in order.
So instead of him wanting to make it seem much better than it is, the people surrounding him are trying to buy time before they let it out that he has passed. Because don't forget, this is a regime. And they're going to do what they can to get somebody in place before they release this news. Because otherwise, it could be a real mess there in Korea when this gets out.
Get a victory. Okay. And again, the crossroads, it's not looking good. Inspiration, independence, the child, something new, the underworld. Yeah, he's looking at something impending. When I think it calls to justice, that he wants a right action taken. He's called in some people to look at this.
So I totally misinterpreted that. So I got to remember this. We get justice, we get underworld. That's karma, okay? Duh. Where was I at?
Maybe he's going to have some success with it, but there's going to be, I say, in the news, it is the news, he's going to have some lingering problems.
Well, he did have the operation before, and he's got this lingering problem that it didn't go well, and now we've got apparently a brain dead Kim Jong-un. Or perhaps they have, I don't know if they're artificially perhaps keeping him alive at this point, so they could say he's not dead. But I think that what's going on behind the scenes is they are trying to get their ducks in a row when it comes to what's going on there. So anyway, I'm going to leave this here. There's some more of that video there, but we'll leave it here. And I just wanted to go back and see where I messed up, what was misread. I would say the cards were pretty more accurate than I was. My interpretation of them. So it's good to go back through those and see. Like, I had no idea that he had operations or anything had been done when I did this reading. But, so yeah, it's interesting. I would have to say the cards were pretty accurate on this. Perhaps we'll see when it actually comes out, although if we really get the full information. Trump said, I don't think he's dead. I don't, so again, I think that they're hedging their bet with what they're telling people. So there's a number of things going on now that he's all but dead. He's in a vegetative state, or they say he has died. I think they're splitting hairs on this. 9 out of 10, he's in a vegetative state, but they're just waiting to pull the plug until they can get people in a way to take over. Who's going to take over? Okay, they're going to have a big, huge fight for control. Is it going to be his sister? Is it going to be his brother? Or is it going to be one of the military generals? There's going to be a fight for power there. 9 out of 10. But they say his sister is really feared there. If she takes over, it could be really nasty. I wouldn't be surprised if there was another purge of people, whoever gets in power. And that's usually the first thing they do when they get in power. One of these dictator types, they will purge and kill everybody off that they think could be a threat to their power. So I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for tuning in, and again, we'll see what happens. Sometimes it's fun to go back over these readings and see what really was transpiring, because I don't remember what I've read, what I've said during the readings. Even though I just did that today, I couldn't remember what was going on. So I want to go back over it and just take a look-see. But I would say, again, the cards were more accurate than I was in my interpretation of them. When you get a little background, it's a lot more easy to read the cards to figure out what they're saying than when you're coming in absolutely, totally cold. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you online at Ganga Tarot. I can't even say it now. Ganga Tarot News that is the news about the news. And thanks for tuning in. See you online.